Find the exact value of sine of the inverse sine of 3/5 plus the cosine inverse of negative 5/13. All right, so we have here two angles. Okay, anytime you see an inverse trigonometric function, you think this is an angle. So we've got two different angles here. I'm going to call them alpha and beta. And we're looking for sine of alpha plus beta. So in order to do this, we're going to use the sum formula, the sine sum formula, which this is sine of alpha cosine of beta plus sine of beta cosine of alpha, where alpha and beta are these two angles here. So we're going to have to do a little bit of work here in order to do each of these. So we're going to start off with this alpha here. We know that sine of the angle alpha is 3/5. Okay, so we can draw an angle. This is positive, so it's going to have to be above the axis here where we draw our angle. But of course, the inverse sine only gives us something between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. So it's going to be in the first quadrant here. We've got our angle alpha. Opposite is 3 and hypotenuse is 5. Okay. And then we can solve for this side here, this adjacent side, using the Pythagorean theorem. This one comes up so often, you guys probably already know what it is, that this side down here is 4. I'll go ahead and let you just do that on your own. It's just the Pythagorean theorem to solve for this side down here. Okay, but then also we've got this angle beta, and we know that the cosine of the angle beta is equal to negative 5/13. So when I draw something, first of all, the inverse cosine will only give me something between 0 and pi. And because it's negative, it's going to have to be over here in the negative, the second quadrant, okay? So we're going to have some angle over here. Okay. And so then we've got this side is negative 5, and this hypotenuse is 3. And again, you can use the Pythagorean theorem and solve for this here. You're going to get a 12 for that number. So we've got our angles. There's our angle beta. Sorry, we've got our triangles. And now we're ready to just do all of these things here. So sine of alpha, well, that's 3/5. We already had that. Times cosine of beta, we already knew that. That was negative 5/13. Okay, plus sine of beta. So I go to beta. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. That's 12/13. Times cosine of alpha, go up to alpha. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's 4/5. Okay, and then we can just simplify. Multiplying through here, we get negative, I'm actually going to leave it like that. Negative 15/65. And then plus here, multiply through there, we get 48/65. And those have the same denominator, so we can go ahead and combine, and we get 33/65. That is a reduced fraction, and so that is our final answer.